A story we've been following really for the past 24 hours, the possible IPO of Chrysler Group. Let me first welcome my guests. Thank you so much for joining us, Governor Granholm. Sergio, we appreciate you spending some time with us. And I'm going to start with you, Sergio. You say you don't want to go out with an IPO until General Motors does. You want to let the big guy go first. How likely is it that we see that this year?
Highly unlikely they will be going public in 2010.
Highly unlikely.
Yep.
So what's the time frame then look like? Because I thought Ed Whitaker, and correct me if I'm wrong, you spoke with him about this a couple weeks ago, said that he wants to do it this year. Are you looking at then the first half of 2011?
We're looking at 2011. I think the exact quarter is uncertain. We need to look at what condition the markets are in and how far we've been able to push performance for Chrysler. But I feel relatively comfortable that it's a 2011 event.
All right, and one thing for certain, we want to get to some of the news of the day here, and that is Chrysler today announcing kind of the beginning of a new and improved auto company. Sergio, you guys are launching the 2011 Jeep Cherokee, kind of a new version. What are your expectations? What will say to you that this is a success?
Well, if we meet the internal sales target that we set for ourselves, that's the first objective. But I just want to correct something you said. This is not just an improved car. It's a brand new architecture. It is a brand new car, and I think that people, once you drive it, they'll realize that there's a huge difference between its predecessor and the model that we're showing today.
And, analysts have said that there's a lot at stake. Governor Granholm, I want to bring you into this discussion because how is important to your state, how important is it to your state that this redesign, and as Sergio said, it's a big deal, that it really go well? Because as we know, your state has the highest unemployment rate in the nation.
Right. Our state has been totally dependent, as you know, on the auto industry, Carol. And so if you can imagine a year ago today, we were wondering about bankruptcy. Obviously, there were huge layoffs. What this does is signal that Chrysler is back. It's the first of 16 launches that they are going to make. It is, as Sergio said earlier, it is a perfect vehicle. So we expect that it will be well received. And also he announced today that there will be 1,100 new jobs, a second shift added to be able to meet the demand for this product. So this is great news for Michigan.
It raises the question, Governor, I wonder, you have two hats on, because on the one hand, you want to keep Sergio and companies like that in Michigan so that you can employ more people. On the other hand, you've got states across the nation, budget problems. You want to raise taxes on corporations to bring in more revenue. And then with cars especially, I'm guessing at least the administration wants to make them more economically friendly, more environmentally friendly, and raise standards that make it tougher for Sergio to do what he does and hire people. How do you balance those two things?
Well, actually, the administration's announcement today about CAFE standards, corporate average fuel economy standards, means, and the auto industry supports it, because it means there'll be one standard rather than 50 in a patchwork. It'll be much easier to manufacture to one standard rather than a bunch of different ones. But it's also a new world. This means that for manufacturers in America to be globally successful, we have to do what other countries do, which is to partner with our manufacturing industry and our auto industry to make sure that they do have that ability to be globally successful and that the price is right.
Sergio, I've got 20 seconds left here. So this is, you're working with the Jeep Cherokee, the Grand Cherokee. How long will it take to rejuvenate the entire range of Chrysler vehicles? And I just got about 15 seconds here.
75% by the end of this year, 100% by 2012.
All right, that was quick. And listen, we appreciate your time. Sergio Marchionne, CEO of Chrysler Group, and to, of course, Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm. Thank you both. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.